on Verilog HDL. So I am Dr. Dayanand, Associate Professor, ECE Department, Canara Engineering College, Binjanpada, Mangalore. So this is the syllabus over KCET given for diploma CET students. So you are getting maximum 3 marks from Verilog HDL concept. So here this is a syllabus concept of HDL, program structure of Verilog, lexical tokens, data types, operators, operands, module, procedures, behavioral modeling, structural modeling, gate level modeling, data flow modeling, switch level modeling. These are the content in your syllabus. Next question on dash operator in Verilog as the highest priority. So the question, just remember, the operator in Verilog has the highest priority is bracket, round bracket, square bracket, then negotiation, then equal. So these are the answers. A is round bracket, B is square bracket, C is negotiation, D is equal. Here in Verilog data types, the highest priority is given for negation. Negation operation having highest priority compared to any other operator here. So this is the answer. Next question. So which loop statement not used in Verilog? So Verilog you have 5 types of loop statements. It is D for loop, while loop, forever loop, and repeated loop. There is no name like for each loop in Verilog HDL. So question is which loop is not used in Verilog? So answer is D, for each. So for each loop is not there in Verilog HDL or VHDL also. We are not using this loop statement. Fourth question is in Verilog, following types of modeling are not included. Just remember, not included. So behavioral, structural, gate level, and processor level. So we have behavioral, structural, gate level, and switch level in Verilog HDL. The processor level is not included in Verilog HDL. The answer is D, because we don't have processor level language or modeling. Question number 5. Verilog HDL originated at AT&T Bell Lab. Then second, B option, Defense Advanced Research Project Agency. Then C, Gateway Design Automata. And D, Institute of Electrical and Electronics Engineer, that is IEEE. So it's originated from Gateway Design Automata. After that, the Cadence took over this company and they developed further in Verilog HDL and they standardized this language. Question is, Verilog is a IEEE standard. So which standard? Which IEEE standard is asking? So IEEE 1346, IEEE 1394, IEEE 1364, IEEE 1349. Just remember the standardization of Verilog HDL in IEEE standard is 1364. Next question is which level of abstraction level is available in Verilog but not in VHDL? So I think you know the answer, behavioral, data flow, gate level and switch level. Switch level is not available in Verilog VHDL but it's available in Verilog HDL. So correct answer is D. So this is the 7th question answer. So in VHDL you have another 2 types of abstraction. So mixed language and mixed type of abstractions are also there in VHDL. Question number 8 is in Verilog. The default bit size in Verilog is dash H1234 is a 16-bit hexadecimal number or 32-bit hexadecimal number or 4-bit hexadecimal number, or it's a invalid notation. So here it's a like C only. So if you are not declared any size of a number or a variable, then default it will take 32-bit number. The correct answer is C. So default is 32-bit. Question: if a net has no driver, it is gets the value. So default value of net is what? So 0x z or u. So answer is C. So default value is for net if there is no driver, means so whatever input and output or any signal in between, there is no link between these signals, then default value is Z, high impedance. So X is unknown, 0 you won't get, either 0 or 1 you won't get. Okay, unknown also you are not getting, high impedance you are getting. That's the correct answer. Number 11, default value of register is the register or wire. So you have two values, two types you have. So that's register default values. So here answers are given 0, X, Z and U. The register default value is always X. So, number 12, the task $stop is provided to end simulation, exit simulator, suspend simulation, none of the answer. The answer is stop, it will end this simulation. It won't exit, it will stop that process. So that's a correct answer. Externally, a output port must always connected to a net only, either net or register, a register only, none of the above. The answer is net only. So external all connections are like net only and internal connections are register only. Just remember that in Verilog. So whenever you are connecting a port, internal connections are register, external connections are net. You can declare. So question number 14. If A is 40, B is 0011 and B is 40, B 0011, then the result of A double star B will be so 6, 9, 27, none of the above. The question is somewhat tricky here. So A is 3 in digits and B also 3 in digits. So double star stands for here exponent in Verilog. So A exponent B means 3 exponent 3 means 3 cube 3 it's giving 3 to the power 3. So answer is 3 to the power 3 is 3 into 3 into 3. So like 27. That is the correct answer. Number 15. So if A is 4 tick B 001X and B is 4 tick B 1011. So here unknown value is given X for A and B is known value is given, and the answers are given 1A 110X, B is 1100, C is XXX and none of the above. So correct answer here. So one unknown value is there. If you are multiplying or adding with unknown value X, the answer will be you are getting unknown value only. So you are adding these two numbers. So then answer will be x only, because you are giving x as an input here. In question number 16, if A is 4 tick 1 xx zz and B is 4 tick b 1 xxx, then A equal to B will be written. So this is a question. Answers are A 1, B is x, C is z, and D is 0. So here answer is D. It will return true or false. So it's a false statement. So x cannot be equal to z in this statement. So return is either 0 or 1, means true or false, like. So this is the correct answer, D. Question number 17. So result of 9% minus 2 will be. So here answers are 4, 4.5, minus 1, then plus 1. So here you have to take modulus. The D remainder will be written as plus 1. Denominator sign is not considered here. So remainder is, so 9 divided by 2 is 4.5. So remainder is 1 actually in binary. So minus sign is not considered here. So that answer is D. Question number 18. Initial value of A is equal to 1, B is equal to 2. Then what will be the final value of A always at positive edge of clock? A is equal to B. Always at positive edge of clock, B is equal to A. So answers are A is equal to 2, B is equal to 1, A is equal to 1, B is equal to 2. Both A and B will have same value, either 0 or 1, none of the above. So here, they are given A is equal to B and B is equal to A. The last statement, whatever executing, is B, either B is equal to A is equal to B. Because A is equal to B, they have assigned. So either one of the value, either 0 or 1, will be assigned to A or B. Following Verilog code, what the value of A is displayed, always at clock begin A is equal to 0, A is assigned to 1, display A end. So answers are 0, 1, either 0 or 1, depends on the simulator implementation, and D, none of the above. So here blocking and non-blocking statements are there. So the statement A assigned to 1 is non-blocking statement, so that you are getting the value A is equal to 1. The whatever value A is equal to 0, okay, we are not getting as a output. So this is a blocking statement, and A assigned to 1 is non-blocking statement. Number 20. In the pure combinational circuit, it is necessary to mention all the inputs sensitivity list. So the answers are no, then B, yes, C, it depends on the coding style, D, none of the above. Answer is yes. So because without sensitivity list, values are not updated properly, because any changes in input, it won't reflect in output. So question number 21. How many flip-flops will be synthesized by the given code, always at positive edge of clock? Q is equal to D, then Q2 is equal to Q1, Q3 is equal to Q2. So here you have to remember, so the D is assigned to Q1 and Q1 is assigned to Q2, and output is Q2 is given to Q3 direct. So here D to Q1 is one flip-flop, and Q1 to Q2 is another flip-flop. That Q2 is directly given to Q3. Its Q3 is output. So answers are A 1, B is 2, C is 3, and D is none of the answer is B, which is not correct method of specifying time scale in Verilog. So here the answers given 1 nanosecond or 1 picosecond, 10 nanosecond or what? 1 picosecond, say 100 nanosecond or 100 picosecond. So D is 100 nanosecond or 110 picosecond. So here correct answer is D. So you cannot specify 110 like that. So default it will take numbers like 1 nanosecond or 10 nanosecond, 100 nanosecond or 1000 nanosecond. Like you cannot do 110 like numbers. That's a wrong answer. So question number 23. If time scale is defined as time scale 110 nanosecond, 1 bar 1 nanosecond and hash 1.55 A is equal to B, then A gets B after, just remember, so time scale is given 10 nanosecond scale, so after 1.55 nanosecond there's a delay added and A is equal to B. So correct answer is, just remember, so 1.55 into 10 means what? 15.5 nanoseconds. See, this is the system delay 10 nanosecond and this is the delay you have given. So system each clock is 10 nanosecond given into 1.55. So after that 15.5 you are getting answer, right? So A, question number A, B, C and D. So answer is 16 nanosecond. So after 15.5 nanosecond you are getting. So that's why it's 16 nanosecond. 24. A task can have argument of type one input only and output only, both input and output, all input and output. So answer is D, all inputs and output and in out statement. So you can have either input, output or all types of arguments type. Question number 25. Which operator has highest precedence of Verilog? Unary, addition, multiplication and conditional. So here highest priority is given for unary operator, so single operand here. So these are the other operators are given after unary operator priority. Question number 26. In the given code snippet, statement 2 will be executed after initial begin hash 5 x is equal to 1 tick b0 and hash 15 y 1 tick b1 statement 2 and end. So question is given after what time it will execute statement 2. So it's given 5 plus 15, total 20 nanosecond. Then you have to check for the system time also. If it is 10 nanosecond, then you have to multiply 10 into this 20. So then it may be 200 nanosecond like. So it depends on our simulation time, current simulation time. Whatever you are defined in initial statements, it only reflect. Question number 27. Variable and signal which will be updated first. Variable signal can't say none of the above. So here in Verilog, signals are updated first. In VHDL, variables are updated first. Don't confuse these statements. So the correct answer is B. Question number 28. Which of the following is not a data types in Verilog? Wire, register, integer, and float. So answer is D, float. So you don't have a float type of data types in Verilog. So question number 29. Symbol X represent dash in Verilog. Logic 0, unknown logic value, then false definition, true condition. So unknown, X means unknown. Just remember, Z means high impedance. Answer is C. Question number 30. The construct that is executed only once in the simulation is called dash construct. So answers are always behavioral, initial, and conditional. So it's like a C only. Always behavioral, initial, and conditional. So after conditional statement executed, it will exit from the loop. So answer is D.